everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Head shave time. This one's for David Munoz. I'm going to be doing a shave using Mike's Natural Soaps Lime. And I'm really looking forward to it. Excellent soap. I've only used it for a face shave, I think. I'm also going to be using a brush, which I've been breaking in, which I will be doing a silent shave with for a face shave, but with my head shaved I'm not too fussed. It's going to be the Simul Owners Club 2012 Boja, 50% Boa, 50% Badger, and it's really starting to soften up now. I have been putting quite a lot of lather through it. So straight onto the soap. It's a good sized tin, and it's also a very firm soap, so you're going to get a lot of use out of this, a lot of life. The lime smells delicious. It just smells like real pure lime. Very similar, very much along the lines of Castle Forbes. Scent wise anyway, I find this performs better than Castle Forbes. Do the tips a little bit. This brush has really surprised me, as has my Tony Forsyth Manchurian White Knot. Both knots appear to be making excellent lathers for me. I did pop a couple of photographs on Instagram yesterday as part of the breaking in process, and they just make an amazing amount of lather. It's never the same for some reason. I'm doing hand lathers when I'm breaking them in, and a hand lather seems to yield a much higher amount of lather than what I get from a face lather or a head lather. I'll drink coffee. Wet the old noggin. And here we go. So this is the Simul Owners Club 2012. You probably won't see it. Oh, if I shine it. There you go. And here we go, stuck in. So the scritch on this brush is every time I'm using it to break it in, it gets softer and softer and softer. So I'm starting to lose that scritch now, which is great. I'm not a fan of scritch at all. I don't find that a comfortable thing. But I did know that I'd get most of it away, the biggest majority of it at least. Right, let's dip the tips now. Let's start working some water into it. And I've found as well that it doesn't tend to eat lather. Just needing a lot of water. I think I've overloaded the brush. So I hope this is the right soap that I'm using for David, because now that I'm thinking, there's Uncle Mike's soap as well. I'm not sure if that's the soap he's on about. I'm sure he just mentioned Mike's, so I'm sure this is Mike's. Doesn't say anything else on this tin other than Mike's. Got 5 days growth, I think, on my head at the moment. Just adding lots of water because it's needing it. happy with that. Brush is caked. Just got it all over my sink. Right, Rockwell 6C Gillette Nasset base plate number 5. So setting number 5, and I'm just going to do my usual with the grain. Some people are telling me that with the grain doesn't really do anything. I agree with them. On a day or two's growth it doesn't really do much, but you can see the hair is completely gone off my head now. Compared to how much was actually on there. It just gives me a much better chance of getting a BBS shave with less passes, in my opinion, rather than going straight against the grain. I do tend to, I have got sensitive skin, so I do feel, even doing this way, where it's sort of across the grain but with the grain, it doesn't irritate, but I can feel where it's not comfortable compared to the rest of my head. Just these two sections here, from sort of here to here and here to here. So I'm actually going cross grain now, because the hair has started growing downwards towards my ears. As you can see, cracking lather. Now you could never get a BBS going with the grain. In fact, I couldn't even settle. I couldn't settle just with the grain path. That'll do for the first one. But great silk, smells great, slick. And here we go again. So it feels a little bit dry, so I'm just going to dip the tips again. I think one dip will probably be enough. Yeah. I would say that's ready to rock and roll now. We just need to is a little bit thinner, but I'm not too worried. I just want sleekness really now. Against the grain, just keep it on setting 5. It is slick, but it is a bit. It's losing its sleekness a bit now, just with adding a little bit of water onto the razor itself. Right, well clearly I missed a lot of this video, got no idea how much. I'm just going to go from where I was. I'm on my last pass. I'm just about to touch up, finish off. I am going to use the brush again, just to brush a bit of lather all over, just to, as part of the break-in process still. Just do the tips, see if that makes any difference. Really. This is the first time in a long time that I've had issues with the lather, with the brush sort of eating it. And one of the guys mentioned in my previous video that it's very likely, highly likely that it's user error, and I don't disagree with them whatsoever. But what I will say is, there's a much greater chance of user error ruining your lather if you use a natural brush, natural hair brush. You're just not going to get the stability that you get from a synthetic. Now, at the end of the day, I've been very lucky. When I joined this hobby, synthetic knots had really made a massive jump in quality, and even now they still are with the angel hair knots and the cashmere knots, which are very, very soft but excellent. But, right, let's just put a bit of water in my head now. Grab some of this excess, extra lather that's just floating about. And let's just see what the residual slickness is like. It's not good. It's not great. It is a bit. The razor wants to jump and stick to my skin. So, as much as I don't want it, and I feel like I'm wasting soap, just going to just dip the tips in the water, just add a little bit of lather just to this part of my head. Now people do say it's not a crime, well Christopher David Bailey, it's not a crime to go back to the soap. For me it's not a crime, but you shouldn't have to, no matter how crap a lathering you. The soap itself is excellent when there's actually soap in. It does provide great glide, it provides excellent slickness and great protection. It makes a thick, luxurious lather. And it smells good. It just falls a little bit short for me on the residual slickness, but we have to take into account my water. The fact that I did this with a natural brush makes a difference. But that, at the end of the day, was still a beautiful shave. Right, let's have a bit of a feel. There's a little bit just there. Just using residual slickness here. Just trying to give it its benefit of the doubt. And it's alright. It's just not brilliant. But I can use it for head shaving, no problem. But that is pretty much as close as you'll get. The only way I'll get closer is if I use a head blade, and that's still pains me to say it, but it's true. What I'm going to finish with, I can do a bit of Thayer's today. Go with some Thayer, no, we'll go with Humphreys original, which I've added some lime to. So I'll do that tonight to go with the lime soap. While that's drying in, just have a bit of a tidy up. Now, I do have one peeve with Mike's soap. There's a label on the bottom. Waterproof, water resistant. No issues, it's been soaked there. I've had it on water, water's been on it. Nothing wrong with it. Front label. Lovely sort of rustic hunter looking style label. Not waterproof at all, just absorbs water like a sponge. Now, it's not stained it. I've had quite a bit of water in this. It's been water droplets, it hasn't stained, but it does annoy me. I think, well, if you're going to make a wet shaving product, make it at least resistant to water. It'd be a bit like, you know, it's like carbon steel blades. They just don't last. They don't do as well in terms of actual longevity as you get from stainless steel. So, I'm not saying it's the worst thing. And these are cheaper. They could be eco-friendly. Who knows? But you know, that to me just is a bit of a pet peeve with it. The brush today was the Simul Owners Club 2012 Bodger. Just rinse the soap out, which it performed great, it feels great, it really does feel good, feels great on the skin, and it does make good lather. But today, for one reason or another, I either ate the lather, I didn't load enough, well, I really don't know. But that's the brush there, and the knot's starting to look really nice, and it now smells a beautiful lime. I am now going to be doing this brush after this video and giving it a bit of a lather just to try and hook those tips a bit. It is getting in, and that feels superb. So I'm going to finish off now with a bit of Shave Works Cool Fix all over. If you haven't watched my last video, it was my first ever use of a Chevette, and I thought it went okay. But through a pass and a half, one full pass with the grain, half a pass sort of down to here across the grain from this side, I think I could probably went that way as well.